Hi, Lonnie Mullet here with helpforcounselors.com, where we help clients while making a living. What I want to do today is talk to you a little bit about business startup. And the first thing that I want to tell you about is writing a simple business plan. Now what this means is making a list of all your initial startup costs, whether that goes for the down payment on your office, to your utilities, marketing, licensure, to kind of start to create a list of what the expenses are going to be, and then what are your month-to-month expenses in order to keep your business moving forward. And the next thing I want you to do is to think about how much money do you need to earn in this business. And this is going to be different for many of you, because for some of you, this business is going to be a second job with the 9-to-5 job you may already have. And for some of you, you're wanting to start a practice that will support your family. So those numbers will be very different. And this is very important that you write this number down, because based on that number and your expenses, then you can talk about how much money you might have, or think about how much kind of money that you have for marketing, or how much money do you have for office space, because it's going to dictate what those numbers are. And even though it feels like this is kind of like hypothetical, that's where we need to start, is with those numbers. Now once you have that, the second thing that you need to think about doing is starting a PLLC. A PLLC is a professional limited liability company, and what this does is this protects your assets, your personal assets like your family home and family car, from the liability incurred by your counseling practice. So this is extremely important. Now in order to set up a PLLC, you can go to a website like lawdepot.com or bloomberg.com, that's spelled BLUMBERG.com. And you can look up and find a template about how to write articles of organization for a PLLC. Now once you do that, you can send that template and that written document to your board, which could be the licensing board of professional counselors, it could be the LCSW board, it could be the LMFT board, because you really need the board's permission to go ahead and open a business. Now once you get that okay back from the board, then you can go ahead and send that paperwork on to the Secretary of State. In North Carolina, that cost is about $175. Once you get the okay back from the Secretary of State that they filed those articles for you, now you've got to do the third step of sending that right back to your board, because the board then is going to give you the official okay to go ahead and start your business. Now once you have that, now you can talk to the IRS. Don't get afraid now, because what I'm talking about is becoming a company that has a TIN, or what's called a tax ID number. Think of it like a social security number for your business. And what this does is it protects your social security number from giving out to Blue Cross or your clients, but it's a way to just separate your social security personal from your business TIN or tax ID number. Now once you have that number, and you can do that online or irs.gov, that only takes maybe 10 or 15 minutes. You can then take that tax ID number into your bank and open a free banking account, probably at the bank that you already use for your personal business. This is extremely important, and a lot of counselors and frankly small business people fail at this step because they commingle their funds and they just run their business out of their personal checking account. And this creates a nightmare for tax time, because then later you can't remember, was that lunch I paid for, was that with a therapist, or was that my friend? And what was that paper that I bought at Walmart? What was that about? Was that for my office? And so what we want to do is stay honest, but we also want to have an understanding of, really what our business is earning. And it's real simply done is that you get that separate bank account with a separate debit card for your business that is very separate from your personal account. And then you kind of pay yourself what would be like a paycheck out of that account into your personal account. And your tax person will thank you. And even if you do your own taxes, you'll really thank yourself for doing that, because it'll save you a lot of trouble in the future. So once you do that, now you can start thinking about insurance. And you probably already carry professional liability insurance. HPSO is a good company, Health Provider Services Organization, or I use a company now called CPH, and you can Google those and find those online. Or you can use your existing insurance that you already carry and add a rider for business. And what this does is this insures your business against loss that may occur in running the business. This could be a client coming in your office and tripping on a rug. It could be a break-in, anything like that that's actually incurred as part of your business. And this usually runs about $300 to $500 with your other insurance. That's per year. But it's worth a phone call or two to call a couple of different organizations, because you could save $100, $150. And for me, that's worth a phone call. The next thing that you want to think about is marketing. And we're going to have future videos here at helpforcounselors.com where we talk about marketing, where we talk about branding or building a niche or even operations and all kinds of the problems that counselors run into. But right now we just want to thank you for watching our video today here. And I'm Lonnie Mullet for helpforcounselors.com.